All right, we got some interesting news and things that was said today. Caitlin Clark was on Ariel Power's blog. We got to take a look at some of the things she had to say about the Indiana Fever organization, the higher-ups, the whole situation, the new players included.
One Caitlin Clark has finally spoken, and this time, she's not holding back. After months of being fouled, ignored, and disrespected, she's done playing by the WNBA's rules. She's walking away. Not quietly, but powerfully. Caitlin is joining forces with Major League Baseball, taking her game global, and the entire Indiana Fever squad is right beside her. From Greece to France, fans are chanting her name, waving flags, and rocking her merch like never before. Meanwhile, back in the WNBA, it's chaos, panic, fear, because this move might just mark the beginning of the end for the league as we know it.
You already know what it is. You already know what it is. It's the takeover. The takeover has already happened. Worldwide CC. Worldwide CC, Caitlin Clark taking over all sports. All sports. One in on the Caitlin Clark business. It is so unfortunate that the WNBA has dropped the ball.
From day one, Caitlin Clark brought millions of new fans into the WNBA. She filled arenas, she broke records, she made people care. But instead of celebrating her, the league treated her like an outsider. Refs swallowed their whistles. Commentators turned cold and rivals targeted her every single game. And then came the finals night. The commissioner walked out to hand R. Wilson the trophy, but instead of cheers, the entire arena erupted in boos. Fans weren't angry at Wnba. They were angry at the system, at the commissioner, at the disrespect toward Caitlin Clark and ESPN. They tried to blur the crowd reaction, but the internet never. From the very first day, Caitlin Clark transformed the WNBA. She brought in millions of new fans, packed arenas, shattered records, and made people care again. But instead of lifting her up, the league pushed her out. Refs ignored obvious fouls. Commentators went silent. Opponents made her their target every single night. Then came finals night. The commissioner stepped forward to hand R. Wilson the trophy, and instead of cheers, the arena exploded in boos. Fans weren't angry at Wnba. They were furious at the system, at the commissioner, at the blatant disrespect toward Caitlin Clark. ESPN tried to mute the crowd, but the internet saw everything. Millions watched the moment, and they were done. Caitlin had stayed quiet all season, smiling through the fouls, the hate, the cheap shots. But that night, she finally spoke. And what she said was simple. Yet it changed everything. Millions often saw it, and they were furious. Caitlin had kept quiet all season. She smiled through the fouls, the hate, the cheap shots. But one night, she said something simple and powerful.
Took over Euro basketball. Do y'all know she took over Euro basketball? I'm going to show you how all the people in Europe at Eurobasket are wearing all Caitlin Clark jerseys and merch. Look at this. In one tweet, her tweeting, "Come on, Cubbies." You had Major League Baseball posting it. You had FanDuel Sportsbook posting it. Yahoo Sports. Every league has been accepting of the CC train, except the WNBA has fought it tooth and nail. Everybody else has no problem.
I want to play basketball, not politics. That one sentence broke the internet, because Caitlin Clark wasn't just talking about basketball anymore. She was exposing an entire system that tried to silence her. She wasn't angry. She wasn't bitter. She was done. And when the most popular player in the league says she's done, it sends shockwaves through every locker room, every front office, every fan base. Then came the bombshell. Caitlin Clark is leaving the WNBA, and she's taking the Indiana Fever with her. Not for a vacation, not for an exhibition, but for a movement. Reports revealed that Caitlin had been quietly training with MLB coaches for weeks. A groundbreaking crossover was forming, baseball meets basketball, with Caitlin Clark at the center of it all. When she touched down in Europe, the reaction was electric. Thousands flooded the streets of Greece and France, waving flags, wearing her jersey, and painting CC on their faces. They chanted her name. They held signs that read, "We love you, Caitlyn." She wasn't just an athlete anymore. She was a global force. Back in the US, the WNBA went into panic mode. Phones rang non-stop. Sponsors demanded answers. Networks scrambled, because without Caitlyn Clark, there are no sold-out arenas, no viral moments, no record-breaking ratings. Without her, the WNBA might not.
How about this? How about this? Caitlyn Clark jersey spotted in the Greece versus France Eurobasket game. They wearing the Caitlyn Clark Iowa jerseys in Greece versus France. This is international stardom, worldwide stardom. This is that. This is Michael Jordan. This is Mike Jackson. This is Tiger Woods. This is that.
Tiffany White, head coach of the Indiana Fever, finally broke her silence. The WNBA forgot who built this league, the players and the fans, she said. That single quote lit social media on fire. Thousands reposted it, tagging the commissioner. Comment sections exploded with anger. You didn't deserve her. This league killed its own star. The truth hurt, and it spread fast. Meanwhile, Europe had become Caitlyn Clark's new home. Clubs in Paris, Athens, and Madrid lined up to host her for appearances. Baseball teams invited her to throw ceremonial first pitches. Kids wore her name on their shirts. Then came the moment that defined it all. A packed plaza in Wnba, Greece, filled with fans chanting "CC, CC" as she waved from a balcony. ESPN tried to ignore it, but the fans didn't. They posted every video, every chant, every tear. Within hours, the E-Kick revolution was trending worldwide. People weren't saying she left basketball anymore. They were saying she expanded it. Caitlyn Clark had done what no one before her could. She made women's sports truly global. The WNBA finally responded with a cold, lifeless statement. "We thank the Indiana Fever for their contribution to the league." No emotion, no apology, just words, and fans were furious. "You pushed her away. She was your future. You'll regret this forever." By nightfall, longtime supporters were walking away. Ratings plummeted, respect evaporated, and the commissioner? Silent. Because everyone knew Caitlyn Clark had become bigger than the WNBA itself. Now look at her. Everywhere, TV interviews, magazine covers, documentaries. She's not chasing fame, she's redefining it. She turned hate into history, disrespect into domination, and every attempt to silence her into a roar heard around the world. Kids in Paris wear her number, fans in Athens cry when they meet her. Even MLB stars call her the face of sports. Caitlyn Clark didn't walk away from basketball, she transformed it. So let me ask you this. Is this the end of the WNBA? Or the beginning of something legendary? If you stand with Caitlyn, comment CC Nation below and hit that like button because Caitlyn Clark's story is only just getting started.